Well, here I am in the front of Jefferson Apartments, and I want to show everyone here a nice shot of the front of the building. You can see it says Jefferson. Very nice. This is my starting point. This is the entrance. Normally I go in through the side, and I'm going to pan it through the side just to give everyone an appreciation as to how the area looks. Partly sunny day. Seems to be a little bit more overcast because they are forecasting rain anyway. That's the hotel that's in front of the house, across the street. See some of the homes that are in there. And I'm going to walk down this way to head down towards Goat Island, okay? And I want to take pictures of the falls and other areas that people can enjoy so they can appreciate, what was around here, okay? I'll come back to you folks soon. Okay, bye-bye. Yep, this is one of the churches that are nearby the apartment. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the name of it. There you go, St. Peter's Episcopal Anglican Church. Okay. Zoom back out. Then right next to it is the Ramada Inn Hotel, which got renovated this past fall. Very nice. And I'm going to continue walking on down this plaza here, this road, so I can head out to the bridge that heads us to Goat Island. Okay? All right, bye. Okay, this over here, I'm heading down towards Buffalo Avenue. I believe this is First Street and off Rainbow Boulevard. This is the actual lodge where Pat Romer had his reception. Okay, it's called the Niagara Club, and it was back on March 31st, I believe. I remember because it was my commissioning anniversary. And I'm heading towards the bridge that leads us to Goat Island. Is it Buffalo Avenue right there? Okay, and there goes the bridge that I'm approaching. Okay, and once I'm there, we'll check out the rapids. Let's see if you can see this. It says, welcome to Goat Island. Yeah, pretty nice, huh? It's not sunny out there. Yep, we're going to start crossing this bridge. And I'm going to let everybody check out the rapids, okay? Very shortly. Well, I'm at the bridge, and I'm going to pan over to the rapids so everyone can have an appreciation as to the beauty of the rapids. Look at that water rushing, huh? Isn't that something else? Let me zoom on it a little bit. You can see that's the other bridge for Goat Island. And at the far end, beyond that bridge, is where the American Falls begins and the water drops. And as I get to that location, I'll show everyone. Can you hear that water? Look at that water, huh? The power of nature, isn't that something, huh? There goes the steeple that's in Canada. That's Canada right at the horizon. They have a big restaurant in there. I went up there once before. My friend's very expensive. Let's see if I can zoom in closer. Something in it. Some more structures over on the Canadian side. Okay. Very pretty. Okay, let's continue on. Pan over on this side so you can see the river from a distance. Okay. one of the other bridges. See, that bridge right there connects that small island, I forgot the name of it, into Goat Island if you go the opposite way. If you go further down on Rainbow Boulevard towards the Rainbow Bridge, see they have that little bridge there that you can cross, and that little bridge leads you into this little island here where the trees are at, right here. It's not very big. And then it leads you to that other bridge, which then leads you into Goat Island. Okay? Just wanted you to show you that. And again, all this leads into the American Falls. Very nice. Okay, I'm just leaving the bridge and I'm entering Goat Island. Here's the trail that I use when I go running. And it goes around the entire park. It's about maybe about a mile and a half. I never really checked it out, but just gonna just have you follow this for a little bit so you can just have an idea which way I used to go when I would go running. Okay, it would be pretty nice, but see, you don't have a whole lot of people now because it's past Labor Day. But I tell you, when I was running during the summer, it was really, really hard to get through because a lot of people were walking down this trail. Over here, you can see the waters right there. I mean, it is real close. You know, and they even got stairs if you want to take a look. They got stairs that can lead you to the bottom. And what's interesting, you know, is that, you know, anybody can go right on the rapids right there. My goodness, if anybody wanted to commit suicide, it was very easy. Trust you and me, there's nothing around here that'll stop or prevent anyone from jumping into this water. It's just very interesting the way it works. More of a trail. Show you more around the park. This is all very nice. Okay. Let me just turn it off for a little bit so I can save on the battery. Okay. Get back to you guys soon. Okay, that's the bridge that I was showing you guys before, and that comes from the Hard Rock Cafe. We wind up going to an island, and then that goes into another bridge, which then leads you to Rainbow Boulevard area. Very nice. Okay, you can see there's a little bit of people today because it's warm, but not a whole lot like I normally would see. Okay, now I'm going towards a trail that goes down, and we're going to be heading out to the American Falls. But this goes all the way down. We get to see the rapids for a little bit, and then from there we'll see the falls. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, here's the end of the trail. Remember that was going down the hill? This is where it ends, and then we wind up approaching this little bridge that we're going to cross right now. And what I want you guys to see, I want you guys to go ahead and check this out. This is part of the American Falls. It just breaks into half, but the bigger area is to my right. Look at that. That's where it drops. Look at that little boat. That's the Mist of the Sea on the Canadian side. See if we can zoom in closer to that boat. Look at the people there, see? People on the Canadian side. Those are our Canadian neighbors. You can see they're standing against that wall. You know, or tourists, of course, on the Canadian side. Let me just show you some more so you have the plan here. Here's a little picture of the Rainbow Bridge. Walk a little bit more. See some of the rapids here. It's just a little bit. It's just a little branch that breaks off on the main river because it wraps around that island that I was talking to you guys about, that little island. But now we're going to approach the American Falls again. Just starting to see a peek of it, and I'm going to get closer to it. Oops. Boy, I hope you guys can hear this. I don't even know if I got the volume working on this. But I guess we'll soon find out. Okay, getting closer. There's a railing here. See that? That's where it drops, right there. Look at the Rainbow Bridge. Zoom in to the falls. That's the American side. I'm going to get closer to it. Look at the water. It's our Canadian neighbors.
Okay, I'm heading back and I'm going to go up these stairs, which takes me back to the top, and I'll start heading out to the Canadian Falls. Okay, oh, there goes the squirrel. Alright, bye. Okay, I'm at a higher elevation. If you can see, there's that little bridge that I had crossed before. So you can see the falls a lot closer. I'm up on top now because I'm heading out to the Canadian side. I mean, not the Canadian side, but to the other side of Goat Island, so I can show you folks the Canadian Falls. That's the American Falls right there. See? Beautiful. powerful. Just to think, that we use the power of that force to generate electricity. There are people out there too, on the other side of Goat Island. Again, that's Ontario, Canada. Very nice. A picture of that steeple. They got a restaurant up there again. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start heading out to the opposite side. There's some type of pavilion. It's like an opening where people buy food and hang out. Very nice. And they got a restaurant on the other side too, which I'll show you later. Okay, now I'm heading towards the Canadian Falls, or they call the Horseshoe Falls, which is really the highlight of all of for the tourists to come here to Niagara Falls to check out the falls. It's really the Horseshoe Fall. So I'm getting to the end of this trail, and then what's going to happen, it's going to take a big dip down below so we can get closer to the falls. But what I'm going to do is that before I get down to the end of this trail, I'm going to stay on the top so you can get a better appreciation of how the horseshoe looks, because you can't see it when you get close up. So, see the mist? Very powerful. And you're talking about a lot of water coming down on that horseshoe effect. Look at that.
I hardly ever have a little camera like that.
Okay.
What?
See, people are up there on an elevated site. I'm going to go on top where he's at, because I think he's got a good shot too. See right here, this guy? I'm going to do exactly what he's doing. And look at the Canadian Falls right there, the horseshoe. Beautiful. See that mist? That's what people see when they're going down Robert Moses Boulevard Highway. There's this tremendous mist, and then you can see some of the buildings in the background. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Nice. A little bit more. Isn't that something? This is the park, and you can see this one I'm going to go to. We have a nice little setup there with flowers. Nice garden for the tourists. Okay, and I'm going to walk down here and then get a closer shot. Okay, now I'm here again. I'm right next to the falls. By the railing, you can see there's a boat there, made of the mist. Everybody's out there. Check this out. Right there, just on your ticket place. Feeling the force of nature.
Rainbow Bridge again, all the way to the flying. Pan out here, get to see the rest of the island here. We're in the lower portion.
비치는 애들아.
Boy, look at those rapids. Rocks right there. Right down. Okay. Enough of that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up this trail. Again, this is the trail that I follow when I run. So I'm going to start going up the hill to the opposite end of Goat Island. It's not going to, you know, all you're going to see basically are some rapids and benches where people can sit down and, you know, sit down and contemplate and read and enjoy themselves. And I'll come back. Okay, see ya. Well, I'm at the end now of Goat Island, as you can see. Just want you to see the parking lot here. Okay, very nice. It's gotten very quiet, and you can see that it's getting overcast because they did forecast rain for the next couple of days. But you can see the sky right now. It was very sunny when I first started, and the sun is still peeking out, but you can see the clouds are coming. All right, and let me show you some of the Niagara River. It's a lot calmer now. But let me get close. I'm going to get to the edge here. Again, here's the running trail that I was talking about, the walking and running trail. See that? As a matter of fact, somebody's running there, see? But look at the water, how calm it looks. Unlike the rapids. But that's all the Niagara River. Let me just zoom a little bit here so you can see that bridge. See that? Look at that, huh? Nice. That's a bridge that leads to Canada, by the way. Okay, more of Goat Island. But anyway, So here I am, you can see it. I'm going to start walking around and I'm going to head back to the bridge to bring me back home, okay? So, till I reach the bridge, ta-ta. On Goat Island, and I'm heading towards the bridge that I started from. Just want to go ahead and walk up this little hill so we can get there. And we'll end our tour once I approach that bridge, okay? Because all you're going to see is the rapids, which I had already shown earlier. But anyway, let's see. See? Going up the hill. It's the beginning of the bridge. You can see